Welcome to episode 001 of the Entertainment Burrito podcast. I am one of your hosts, Victor, alongside my co-partner, Giuseppe.
Co-partner?
Yes, you're my co/partner/co-partner.
No.
Yes, we'll just go with it. So, this is our episode 1 of our hopefully not hopefully not last episode of this
probably
podcast.
will be.
It probably will be. Yeah, fuck this. How's it going, senor?
It's going okay. Just tired.
Just tired? So am I. It's been a long week of
Hell.
yes. We'll go with that. Have you been playing anything?
No, I haven't had time to. Let me think. Before the last time we had a podcast, I played a Wolfenstein New Order that I got on Black Friday.
You like that?
Oh, I love it. And it's funny because at the same time I was watching The Man in the High Castle.
Yeah.
So they're very similar, obviously.
No. I remember you texted me saying, "Oh, check out this show,
Uh-huh.
the Man in Newcastle." And it just so happened that I watched the first episode on it. If you don't know about it, it's on Amazon Prime Video, and what the story is that like half the U.S. is Nazi and the other half is Japanese, and it's like a middle zone of like you do whatever the hell you want.
The Nazis are allowing the Japanese to take over that side just to be nice, but in the end they plan to overtake. That's the point.
Yeah. But I thought it was very good, especially watching it in 4K on my TV.
Oh yeah,
It looks really nice.
it's supported in 4K.
Yeah, it like when I went to Amazon Prime, it said Ultra HD
I didn't know
movies,
that.
and because I had the little Amazon app on my TV,
Mhm.
and it has a bin of Ultra HD movies and TV shows or whatever, and one of them was The Man in the Castle.
Yeah, it's really good.
I like it. I've been basically playing Star Wars Battlefront. I rented it because I wasn't going to buy it, and
Yeah, that's probably best.
it's probably best. Yeah, I mean, like, I've been playing it, and it's a fun game, but like I'm slowly getting tired of it. I'm like, okay,
You done all the maps, all the modes already?
yeah.
Not the co-op, right? Obviously
I
not.
haven't done the co-op,
Yeah.
but I've done like 'cause, like some of the game modes are really cool. Like heroes versus villains. Like you have like 2 teams of 6. Of those teams, 3 of them are heroes. So you'd be like Leia, Han, Luke, or Vader, Palpatine, and Boba Fett, and the other 2 are 3 in the main, or 3 normal characters, and the main is to kill all the heroes. And it's been, I mean, I think that's the highlight of it being seeing Han go against Darth Vader or something like that, or Luke and Darth Vader or stuff like that, and like that's pretty cool. But like the other game modes, I mean, like they're just
So best you didn't buy it. When do you think you're gonna be done with it? Are you getting that feeling that you're already done with it?
yeah. Mainly right now, I'm just going for trophies.
Oh, that's it. Just hunting. Huh?
Yeah, just trophy hunting. I'll get
Yeah.
a couple more trophies and then call it. I'm like, that's it. I'm done. Just return to game flying and see what happens.
Are you even gonna bother with the co-op?
No.
That's bad, huh?
No,
Yeah.
I mean, it's like like I said, it had the potential if they spent a little more time, but it's still fun for me. But it feels that's like very condensed, and then there's not a lot to do, which I'm guessing they're saving up for the DLC.
We could hope. Or maybe that next game they're working on, the other Star Wars game, the one that's like 1313. Remember that one?
I remember that one, but it could have been better. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Now here's a suggestion: why don't you finish your games before buying or renting another one?
I don't know. My backlog is pretty intense.
Last of Us, Uncharted 3, MGS5, God of War 3.
God of War 3, yeah. What else? I beat South Park, even though that's been like for 2 years already.
Oh, Uncharted 3 has been like 5 years.
No, it hasn't been that long.
It's been like 4. It's been 4 years.
I'm like halfway done with that game. I'm pretty sure.
It's been 4 years.
I'll beat it before Uncharted 4.
I don't even know about that.
I think I will beat it before
Just
Uncharted
dedicate yourself and finish it. That should be your New Year's resolution, to do that.
4. No, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to focus on just Last of Us and Uncharted 3. Just beat it.
Okay.
Beat those 2 games. And then just be like, okay, what games do I need to beat?
I believe-
But probably do Metal Gear Solid 5 as well.
I'll believe it when I see it.
you'll see it. Then we could talk about the
Oh,
ending of Last of Us.
that'd be nice because we have to do that in a short film. Remember?
Yeah, I remember that. We have a friend that's gonna do a short film about Last of Us.
That might. We don't know.
Might.
Yeah,
And we'll see if I finally beat it before then.
yeah. You probably won't.
I'm gonna dedicate like one whole day and just beat it.
Just do it. Do it right now.
We can. We're doing this.
No. Let's finish this. I'm tired.
Okay. Bye bye.
Goodbye.
And we're back. Time to actually talk about what the topic of the show is going to be, and that is PSX 2015. We had a little bit of time to, reflect and see everything or get all the news out.
Yeah, we took extra time to reflect.
Yes.
When in reality it was because shit happened in between.
Exactly.
Remember, next week you'll hear us. No, 2 weeks later.
Yeah, come back on Monday. We met next Monday, not this Monday.
We met next year.
Next year. Yes, we're gonna do our
Not far off, to be honest.
Yeah, we're gonna do our when E3 comes around. We're gonna do our reactions
To PSX.
No, we're gonna because E3 is in June.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have our discussion about it in December.
That sounds good. That sounds like a plan. It's
Perfect.
different.
Perfect. Because I know a lot of people are looking up. Oh, we're having an E3 in December. All right, so the first thing Sony did was they had like a sizzle reel of games and whatever nonsense. But the first thing was the Uncharted cutscene,
Right.
which we're assuming is probably the first.
In the beginning.
Yeah, which is like the first cutscene of the game.
I wouldn't say first from the way it started, but it's definitely in the very beginning. Maybe there's something right before, and then he's doing his paperwork, which is fantastic.
Beautiful. But the main thing was the big reveal of it was the dialogue choices on it.
Right.
You could choose, whatever. Square does whatever. But I was curious to see what you thought about that. I mean, from the choices, it seemed like it's not going to be like a Mass Effect level.
It's not.
It changed.
No.
Changed the story. It's just different cutscenes.
The director Neil Druckmann, he already talked about it. He says it's a few times in the game. So a few. I don't know how you feel, but I feel like that's 4 or 5 times, maybe a little more, maybe 6. So. And he said they're like minor things, So it's not like it's branching paths, nothing like that. It's just, let me put myself and decide what's my favorite part. What should I talk about first? Because remember in that scene, he was like, talk about the best part of your previous adventures. And that's what he did. You pick your favorite, and that's how you start. He didn't say, tell me the beginning. He said your favorite. So in that sense, they're like, okay, what did you really like? And they're giving you that, that chance to speak your mind. I think it's pretty cool.
I think if it's obviously not going to be Mass Effect level, like I said, it just adds like another dimension of Uncharted. Because I liked 1 through 3, as you heard before. I haven't finished 3 yet. So
yeah, you love it so much you haven't finished it.
Well, when I played, it's been really fun. So I'm just leave it at that. But I mean, if you do a different path, like the story ends the same, but you go have like a different path of getting to the end story. I think that would add a little bit more to the game.
I don't think you should talk anymore until you finish the game.
Okay, in 4 years. When Uncharted 5 comes out.
No, this is the last one. So too late.
Uncharted Golden Abyss 2.
Yeah.
So then our boy Sean Layden came out in a Crash Bandicoot t-shirt.
I didn't know he was my boy. Never met him.
Our pretend boy. Which made me think, are they going to make a Crash Bandicoot remake?
No. Let's not even bother talking about that. That's never going to happen.
You don't know. Check out next year's PSX.
I could care less for Crash Bandicoot, to be honest. But in all honesty, no. That was just because, it's PlayStation,
Yeah,
That's
and it's one of their big things.
It was.
So now the thing that made you cry when you remember me texting you and you said you cried after you saw it was the Final Fantasy VII.
I didn't really
gameplay.
cry, just to clarify. Spiritually.
Spiritually cried. Tell us why. I mean,
because it gives a chance for the young kids that don't know good games today to play a real game, The one that started everything. The one that made RPGs popular. I'm not saying it's the best, because it's not the best RPG. I really like it, Sometimes I debate if it is. But just for the sake of conversation, sake of argument, let's say it's not. It's still amazing story, amazing characters, freedom to go anywhere you want, and it's just fun overall. It's wacky, it's funny. It has everything of a good game.
Yeah, but, from what I saw of the because 'cause I never played 7 because I came in late to video games.
Right.
Like my first Final Fantasy was 10, Final Fantasy 10, and
that's very mixed. From people love it, people hate it.
I loved it personally.
I liked it,
and from what it seemed, the gameplay, it seemed like a fun game to play, but news came out after the conference that it was going to be episodic.
Right.
Like, I was wondering like what they're going to do about that, because obviously it's if they're just going to focus on the main parts of the game, or you're going to get the full game of Final Fantasy 7.
Right. It looks like it'll be split up kind of like the way Final Fantasy 13 was into. That game was 3 parts. I don't know if this is going to be 3 parts. It maybe it is best if it's 3. I don't know how I feel though. I don't hate it. I don't hate the decision. I don't mind it either. But at the same time, if they're splitting it in parts, I feel like I'll get the game quicker.
Yeah.
So instead of waiting much more.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, say part 1 comes out, in like
2017.
Yeah, part 2, 2018. So you have to wait a year or a couple months. Like, say you just beat it in a weekend or whatever.
Yeah.
Well,
they said it's full-fledged. Those are full-length games.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe it's 20, 3 games, 20, 60 hours. So that's not bad at all. Like that game was pretty much 60 hours, maybe more. It honestly could have been more. I don't remember the exact time I put into it, but it was a lot. It was over 50. I know that much. So yeah, it's not hard for me to believe that they could do it in 3 parts. It really isn't.
No.
So I don't like to bitch for things like that. Anyways, like, oh, they just want more money. It's like, then don't buy it. Simple as that. Yeah. Just buy the $10 version they just put up.
Oh yeah, they put out the non-remake, PC port.
The PC port for PS4, and it's really fun. I love it. I bought it. Has all the cheat codes in it, so I'm having the time of my life.
Yeah, they also announced it's going to have new cheat codes and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's already in.
No, I mean in the remake.
In the remake, what are you talking about?
They announced it was going to have new cheat codes and all that other stuff as well. You don't think so? Well, we'll see. I doubt it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Watch me be right again. Always. So, we'll see. I think I remember reading it, but I have to check my facts. Well, after those 2 big announcements, I think the conference went into a little lull.
Yeah, very indie games, which is nothing bad.
No, first it was the Black Ops.
Yeah, I don't
nonsense.
Care. Well, because we don't care about that.
Yeah, that I don't care. So then after that, Randy Pitchfork from Gearbox came out, and he announced a new Battleborn character that is kind of funny. It's basically a penguin driving a mech suit.
Oh yeah. And
I'm a huge fan of the Borderlands series. Of penguins too, but of the Borderlands series, and from what I saw, it looks like the same humor from Battleborn or from Borderlands that Battleborn has, and it's just a more of a wait and see game from that and seeing.
Yeah, it feels like it's an. I don't know. It doesn't feel like people are responding too well to it compared to Borderlands or anything else they made. Hopefully, it's not going to be another Alien situation.
Yeah, like it's overhyped
and nothing comes out of it.
Well, they do have it kind of comes with it because you released Borderlands 1 and 2. They were really good games, really funny games, and really enjoyable games. Like I can't remember the last time. Like those games were the games I spent the most on the last couple of years playing all the Borderlands with all the DLC.
The pre-sequel, did you ever play that one?
I played a little bit of it, yes.
But you weren't crazy about it?
It had the same humor, but it was missing something because it was a different team.
Right.
That it felt like a little too forced with the pre-sequel, as the original Borderlands was more natural.
Like an Arkham Origins situation, right?
Arkham Origins.
Okay.
Yes. So then after that, they basically a bunch of indie games, a couple of remakes.
Any that caught your attention?
We'll talk about it. It's I don't know what's that knocking, but whatever. Hello, excuse me. Oh, it's a pizza we ordered.
Oh,
yes, no. because we're gonna be
the sandwich and burrito.
No, we're starting a porno now. So after that, they talked about a bunch of indie games. You know, some remake, some new, whatever. Some of them look good. Some of them didn't look that well or didn't interest me. What do you think?
I think good stuff overall. A good blend, a good variety.
Then they did Yakuza 5,
Yes,
but
yes, they
they were
did.
released on PS3, not PS4.
Right, because it's an older game. It came out about 3 years ago in Japan. Yeah, about 3 years ago, I would say, maybe more. So it makes sense. Sega doesn't spend money to port things. So
But yeah, but the thing is that the PS4 is 2 years old already, give or take.
yeah, why
And-
not now? Yeah.
And why not port it? It's what happened to like Gran Turismo 6 that it came out after the PS4 came out and the sales suffered because it was only on PS3.
No, but it came out. It actually came out right before the PS4 came out.
Yeah, but it's the PS4 suffered it because it was like, oh, I got this new PS4. I want to play the PS4.
Yeah, people wanted to. It would have been made better sense if they put Gran Turismo on it. I think they misjudged that whole situation. They didn't think it'd be that bad. They think because Gran Turismo sells no matter what. They probably thought, people will buy regardless. No, people rather buy a new console than that. A very popular game, it seemed.
Yeah,
The game still sold terrific. I think it still sold over 5 million.
Yeah, but not in terms of Gran Turismo scale.
No.
Because
not compared to 5. 5 was the highest selling PS3 game of all time.
because everybody's like, oh, I want this new PS4.
Right.
Why am I going to PS3? Like, I think I played one game on my PS3 since, and that was Peace Walker HD
Right.
to get ready for
5?
5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I beat that game. So
You beat Peace Walker, not 5.
I'm almost done with 5. I'm about to beat or face Skullface. So
Then you're really close. And why don't you just finish it?
I will. Don't worry.
Stop playing a new game. You have problems in your head.
I have ADHD, or like
No, you have more than that.
No, I saw like a meme or whatever that it's like a guy staring at a bunch of video games like I have nothing to play, and then below it's a picture of like girls clothes or like a girl with
I remembered.
clothes.
I remember.
Like I have nothing to wear. It's the same thing. I have so many games. So then let's see what else came out after that really interested us. Oh, Team Ninja showed off their new game.
Wait a second. Before that, Yakuza 0.
Oh, Yakuza 0. That's right. Coming
Zero.
to PS4.
PS4.
What do you think about that?
I'm excited. Because that's the most recent one, which means, look, they're trying again to release the Yakuza games. Not exactly on time, but closer.
I thought the trailer was really interesting because how much of it was a beautiful. Their women are beautiful and just showed like basically the whole trailer was just women.
Yeah,
That's it.
That's Yakuza. Yakuza is pretty much Japan's Grand Theft Auto, if you want to call it that. You know, it's on that scale. You know, of you traveling around Tokyo. Of course, Grand Theft Auto is American cities, so it is like the Japanese Grand Theft Auto. That's the way I consider it. So it's good to see that game come back.
I agree. Then like I said before, Team Ninja showed off their new gameplay. A new gameplay for
Neo.
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 NIOH.
Neo.
Neo.
I don't think it's Neo
Neo.
like
I think it's
Keanu.
Neo.
Neo.
Neo. Oh.
Niho.
It. Okay, so let's not focus on the title. Let's
No,
actually
let's
focus
not.
on the
No,
game
let's
itself.
continue. What do you think about the
But
title?
title, like choosing N as the first letter, I don't think is a good idea. I think she should went like with Q.
Okay, I'm already bored with this.
QO.
I'm already bored with this. Let's move on.
But the trailer looked really really cool, and
Yeah, they showed it at TGS the first time. I don't know if you saw that,
Yeah.
but they showed it. They debuted it at TGS
Yeah,
this
but
year.
this
But
is
this is
new.
where they showed more gameplay, and they officially announced it's coming to America. We knew it was, but now that it's official, it looks great.
it looks great. It's from the same team as Ninja Gaiden, right? Or is that?
Yes, it is.
So that's what I
This
thought.
is their next game.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Seeing him like this is very Ninja Gaiden esque, and I thought Ninja Gaiden series was okay, but
Yeah, I was.
didn't
I know
really-
people love it, and I could understand why people love it, but I was never crazy about it. You know, maybe because it was too hard, and I'm not good with hard games, to be honest. Except Bloodborne, to a degree. I really enjoy that game, and I don't say I'm terrific at it, but I think I'm decent. But yeah, Ninja Gaidens were always hard.
Yeah, I remember playing it for the Vita. Like I think that was like the first time I actually played Ninja Gaiden was the Vita one, and like this is a pain in the ass
It is. It
to
is.
do. It's the same thing like you said with Bloodborne. That's a pain in the ass as well.
Yeah, yeah. I just love the aesthetic so much. But for Neo, that game's been in development forever. You know, so to finally see it's coming out, and now it's like a brand new game pretty much. Because I remember hearing about that game when the PS3 was launching.
Yeah.
You know, it was the same situation as Versus 13 or I wouldn't say Last Guardian, but in a similar vein to that. You know, they were talking about like these are the new PS3 games, and dude, that was 2006, 2005. Yeah. So, and it was silent from there. It's not like we saw snippets like from Versus 13 that became 15. No, this was like, here's a picture.
Well,
it'll come out.
Well, it's like the same thing with Last Guardian. They announced it, they did a trailer, and then nothing until this past year.
Right. Well, they show like little things here and there, but it's only now that they're like, yeah, it's 2016. So for this game, which I think is 2016, it's gonna be fun. By the way, talking about Bloodborne and Dark Souls, like those kind of hard games, it's funny because a lot of their sound effects in that game, it reminded me of Bloodborne, like to a T. Yeah, even like having their orbs around their bodies, like those are souls. So maybe that's a reaction to people loving the Souls games.
Yeah, because everybody's like, well, everybody liked it, so why not try to imitate it or copy it?
And it is a PS4 exclusive, so it's even more in vain. I don't know if they're getting help from Sony, because I know one of their previous titles from Tecmo Koei was getting help. I think it was the monster hunting game they did, Tokiden, the one on Vita. I think it came on PS4 later on too. That one feels a little Bloodborne as well, and it had help from Sony to produce it. So maybe it's the same thing. That's why it sounds so much like Bloodborne.
Probably, yeah. But this is a Japanese developer.
Yeah, so they're close by.
So then after that, they came out. Insomniac came out and talked about Into the Nexus a little bit, and the movie that's coming out as well. And they showed off gameplay for the remake or new game or whatever you want to say. And it looked pretty fun to me. I mean, I'm a big fan of Ratchet and Clank, and it just looks like Ratchet and Clank. Not full frontal assault. That's whatever you want to call it.
What's the tagline they have for the game? It's the game based on the movie.
Yes, the game based off the movie, based off the game, or something like that.
Right.
Then after that, the next thing we cared about was the VR.
Good old VR.
From they had a little tech demo of it, and it looked pretty cool.
Right.
The little Tron disc.
The one that crashed, right?
Did it crash?
Yeah, I think for one person it wasn't working well.
Oh well,
but it doesn't matter. Those things are bound to happen. But
yeah, it's tech demo, not the fucking game. But from the tech demo, it looked cool, and then they came out with a whole bunch of games, or showed off a bunch of games. The first one was Eagle Flight.
Okay, let's forget about all that. 1,000-foot robot golf.
Yes, that personally was my highlight of.
I wouldn't say it was my highlight of the whole show, because obviously I really like the Final Fantasy VII stuff. But new game, that was it.
I just like the way they interested. Like, you can't guess the title or guess what the game is about.
They went on like that for a minute talking. They're like, "You're not gonna just say it, just show it."
I know. I think that was a little bit. They pushed it too much. They said like once or twice, whatever. But fine. But it looks fun.
It sold me on VR. It sold me on VR, man.
I know. I think they're trying to do the opposite of Move and actually have games people want to play.
No, that like fun ideas. Not like something stupid like, "Oh, I'm a guy on a chair and going down."
Yeah.
I don't think anybody gives a damn about that. They want something that's like wacky, fun. That felt really Japanese, That felt like, and it was funny because in the end, they had like a little snippet from Evangelion, just in that kind of world, in that video games world. So I was like, okay, I'm sold. The second you make an Eva reference, I'm sold.
Yeah, no, that's the main thing on the success of VR is having the games for it, and I think they're really pushing it now. And I think maybe E3 or whatever will get more and more games for it because Riggs looks good.
Riggs looks great.
This game looks good. Some of the other games we're talking about now look really good too. One of them being, which I thought was a little quirky. I was like, okay, this is kind of weird. Yeah, quirky was the Modern Zombie Taxi company.
No, that looks funny. That looks good.
You're just a taxi driver
for zombies.
For zombies. I'm like, okay, this is interesting. But it seems like one of those like indie games as well. Like we're still waiting for that big,
But it's produced by Sony Santa Monica.
Yes, it's from Santa Monica.
So we know their track record from their external studios, like Journey and stuff like that. So it probably will be. It'll be fun for sure.
It'll be fun, but it seems more like an indie game.
A small game, yeah.
But like I said,
correct.
Like I think you just need that one big AAA. If it's like Zero Dawn. Oh, by the way, you could pay with VR. But you can have Gran Turismo though for that because that's the biggest franchise.
No, I know it's like a lot of games are going to be supported with VR,
Yeah,
like Gran Turismo, but we'll see if they're actually going to go all the way and say, "Hey, this is only on VR."
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anytime soon, but who knows? I could be wrong.
Maybe they learned a lesson with Move, and now they're gonna support
Well,
it.
I think they already did for the most part because this doesn't seem like a fad. This is a real thing people are getting into.
Yeah.
You know, you could tell by so many companies are doing it now. You know, before it was just like 2, 3.
Yeah, I agree. But then like another game that show was that I still have no clue what it's about is Gollum. No clue what the hell that's
No, it looked
about.
interesting though.
It looked fun. Ace Combat 7. I know people went
That I'm really excited
that.
for.
The trailer looked awesome.
Yeah,
Looked really well. And
all in game, by the way.
yeah, I mean you can't beat it. And then
That is a AAA game if you think about it.
game,
That
yeah.
is.
But is it only VR or is it just it's like support
From the articles I saw, it was PS4 exclusive, VR compatible.
VR compatible? Okay. I think they're trying to market it more right now as a different way to play games.
Yeah.
Like with Gran Turismo and now Ace Combat 7.
Yeah, and it's not something weird like, oh, well, look at this wand that I'm holding. You know, it's not like, oh, look, I have to shake my body around a camera. It's I just put a headset on and I'm there. So I think it's a better sell than motion controls or whatever else.
But it's something that you need to experience.
Of course.
I'm sure once people start experiencing, like, go to a friend's house
yeah.
and sees it, like, okay, this is pretty cool.
Kind of like what Samsung does at Best Buy.
Yeah.
They do the same thing. You have to make an appointment or something like that. And then you could try their Gear VR.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure, like, once it comes out, like, Best Buy and GameStop will have it. People be like, oh, this is awesome. And then just hopefully it takes off from there.
Right.
Excuse me. Oh, man.
You okay?
I think I'm dying.
Okay.
Okay.
Death confirmed.
Death confirmed. That happened in the conference. I died. I started burping
yeah?
and stuffing.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Next thing they talk about more Destiny. I think they're just keep on going more and more into Destiny.
Yeah, they really love Destiny, they'll say. Although that was something I kind of wanted a long time ago, was the Sparrow Racing. So that to finally be in the game, that's pretty cool. I haven't tried it out yet, but I will definitely.
I don't have Taken King. I just have the regular Destiny. So
Oh, it's only through Taken King?
yes,
Okay.
only Taken King.
Oh.
I believe that's what they said. Next in was Ni no Kuni 2.
Ni no Kuni.
Ni no Kuni. No Ni Kuni.
Enough of that.
Yes, our entire podcast is talking about names of the game
because we can't pronounce shit.
Exactly. But I haven't played one. Have you?
No, but I've heard nothing but good things.
Me too. I heard the same thing.
I was about to play it, but then I remember like something came up, and I started getting really busy. So, and that's a long game. It's a JRPG, so it's a long game. I need to invest myself, and I was like, "There's no way I'm going to do that now."
Yeah, from like I remember reading people talking about it and like saying, "Oh, this is a really good game." And now since 2's coming out, maybe I could add that to my backlog.
Yeah, it
of games I need
doesn't.
to finish.
From what I see, it doesn't look like it's a direct follow up. Like they're all new characters from the way I see it. So maybe I'll just jump into 2 and that's it, without needing to go back to the first one.
Yeah, but you kind of do. But they probably have like references to the first one or something like that, So so people that longtime fans that played and beat the first one,
it'll be perfect for them.
Like, oh, look at this reference, in it and whatever. But I mean, it looks just like the first one.
Looks beautiful.
And then looks
Studio Ghibli style.
Yeah, I mean, the crowd went pretty wild when they saw level 5.
Yeah, that should have been the end of the conference right there. That game.
Yeah,
not
I agree.
Paragon.
I agree.
didn't care for that.
They announced Paragon from Epic.
Yeah, I don't care.
I mean,
the second you put MOBA in anything for me,
know.
I don't mean to be ignorant. I just don't care for that.
I mean, I think that well, let's talk about our general things because I thought like after the first 2 announcements, it went to like a little bit of a lull.
Mm-hmm.
And then the VR kicked in.
The VR brought it up.
Brought it up. And then Ni no Kuni, and then it ended on Paragon, which I think they shouldn't.
Yeah, like I could like some people liked it, but the way I felt was originally I was like, wow, that was a letdown in the end. Then I thought about it more, and then I saw more of those indie games. Just like looking back on it, I was like, well, that was pretty solid overall. That was a lot of variety. So so like my perception of the whole thing was it was paced wrong. But the content they showed was great.
Yeah.
Did I want a little more? Did I want a first party title, like a new one, like a brand new first party one? Yeah, I did. They said it's not time. It's not time. Who am I to tell them it's not?
They're
it is.
probably waiting for E3.
They're probably waiting for another big event. Maybe they just want more time.
Yeah, like Like there's so many studios, like an article came out that I think Shuhei went to see Ben's new game, and
He did.
he said it looked amazing.
He said it looked great. He's like,
Just
it's just not the time.
It's just teasing us. Because
Yeah.
we got that. We got Sucker Punch.
Right.
We got Santa Monica.
Santa Monica, who in an interview I saw, the guy was smiling. He's like, oh, I'm so excited to share it one day when it happens.
One day.
He's like, it's so great, but it's just not the time. And I get that. I really do. It's like it's expensive and it's hard to make these things.
Oh yeah.
So, all in good time.
Mm-hmm.
All in good time.
So we did some predictions before this for our first ever burrito bet.
Yes.
Which of course means
we get a sandwich.
We get a sandwich. The winner
Right.
buys the loser buys the winner a sandwich.
Correct.
At a local establishment next to my house.
So
called
did we
Super Subs.
Did we win any? Did any of us get any predictions
we,
right?
we had a couple. Your first one was a new Santa Monica game.
Technically, I did.
Technically, you did. So because
It's an external, but
external.
it is Sony Santa Monica.
So do you want half a point or full point?
I'll give you a half a point.
Half a point. Okay. My first one was Sony will announce they bought House Marquee.
House Mark.
And that was wrong.
Zero for you.
0 for me. Your next one was PS2 emulation. I think I announced it.
They did that before.
They did it before, so I'm gonna give you half a point for that.
Yeah.
So right now,
So I have 1 full point.
So right now it's. By the way,
I have a new message, by the way.
Your message, which is one of our friends saying, "Still on to play games tonight?" You say no.
Thanks for ruining our fucking podcast.
Actually, do you want to text him that?
Go ahead. He's
Okay.
not ruining anything. It's all good fun. Hey man, we're doing it live.
I'm sure if he sees this,
You'll be like, all right, look out, guys. I was in it.
oh my god, our podcast. I want to see what he says.
I'm gonna put my phone on vibrate though. My bad.
I accidentally put running. There we go. Oh fuck! I misspelled it.
You're not a fan of spelling, are you?
God damn it. Okay, whatever. We get the point. Okay. So it was PS2 emulation, which half a point. And then...
Oh, yeah. So I have 1 full point.
Yeah, 1 full point. I have 0 points.
Good.
I said Sony will announce... My second one was Sony will announce one new PS Vita exclusive game. That did not happen.
No.
So
it was all cross-buy.
It was all cross-buy or whatever, cross-play or whatever. Your third was new Kojima studio. That was wrong. My third was PR release date plus it'll be $250 or under. That was wrong. So you're still up by 1. Your fourth was they announced the name change, which was wrong. Which I'm surprised they didn't do that.
I'm surprised too.
I'm really surprised. Like
I am.
I thought that was like a guaranteed.
Yeah, because you heard so many rumors, but from now on I'm not listening to any rumors. Straight up. Ever again. I'm not like disappointed or anything. Like if it came up, I would change my name, obviously, because I did that when I was in 2006. When I was, it doesn't matter, 11th grade, 10th grade, whatever it was. And now I would change it, but it doesn't matter right now. You know,
No.
I could wait. I know it will come. So
Yeah.
I'm a patient person.
It will probably E3 or whatever. But they filled out the survey and stuff like that. They sent out.
Yeah,
I
so
kinda
you know,
figured, I
you
kind
know
of
it.
figured, yeah. That they must have figured some way to do it.
A lot of things in those surveys are coming true. You know, like the emulation. So it's only a matter of time.
Yeah, I think the overall response would be yes, because people wanting to do it. My fourth one was they will announce a new game with a 2016 release date for PS4. I think it was right because they announced a whole bunch of VR games which are coming out next year.
Right.
And yeah, so that's a point for me. So we're tied.
No, I think that's a 0.25 for you.
0.59.
0.59.
Okay, so it's 0.59 to 1.
No, I'll give you a 0.75.
0.75. Okay. So then your last prediction was big surprise at the end. That
Paragon was a big surprise.
Paragon was, yeah, I did not expect that because
Technically, it was because it was only announced for PC.
but it wasn't it wasn't a big surprise.
No, it wasn't a big surprise. It was a small. It was a small medium surprise.
Small medium surprise.
So give me a 0.25 for that.
No, let's go with a 0.35.
A 0.35. Okay,
Yes.
I'll accept that.
So it's one.
I got 1.35.
This is such a weird way to
1.35. Hey man, I've heard worse.
This is such a weird way to score this. Okay, Sony will add more free games to this month's PS Plus free
No.
games. That was
No.
my fifth, so that's
No.
wrong.
Enjoy your 0.75.
Yeah, so yes, you win with a score of 1.33 or 0.35
for
or whatever.
entertainment burritos. First ever
For,
sandwich bet.
no, burrito bet.
No, it's a sandwich bet
It's a
now.
burrito bet.
It's a burrito bet, but you get a sandwich.
But it's
Okay.
called burrito bet, but the winner gets a sandwich.
Okay.
Because fuck you, that's why. We don't follow the rules here. Here at Entertainment Burrito.
No, we don't follow any rules. We don't even follow the rules of we're gonna release this date,
We'll release it after the conference.
but we're gonna release it
3
next year.
weeks later.
We apologize for that.
No.
No, actually, we don't. No.
We do what the fuck we want.
Once again, this is for fun for us. We're learning things as we go, and we say one thing doesn't mean it's gonna happen exactly because we have lives. Unfortunately, we have work and stuff like that, so it gets in the way. But we promise to always come back to you.
Yes, we try. But our next big thing is Star Wars. We already bought our tickets. We're gonna do.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna do a spoiler-free Let's Play conversation, and then on Monday release the Monday after release a little spoiler cast podcast. Spoiler cast podcast.
We'll talk about it. We'll say the prequels were better.
Obviously.
Plain and simple.
Mm.
Don't waste your money.
Yeah,
even though most people are.
Basically, just skip 4, 5, and 6. They suck. Just watch 1 through 3.
And
You're
buy
good.
Battlefront today.
Right. Buy it, and the season pass.
And the season pass.
So
Actually, buy it twice.
Yes, but buy it for PC and then whichever system you have, Xbox or PS4.
And then for Wii U as well.
It's coming out for Wii U.
I guess so. No, it
It's
probably won't. But
it's gonna look horrible.
let's just say it's coming out for Wii U. It's coming out for Wii U and Wii
And Wii
today.
and N64.
Maybe. And Sega Dreamcast. Okay, that's enough of that joke.
Yes, I think we killed it too much.
Yeah, we
but
didn't.
I watched. I in preparation. I'm watching all the Star Wars again, and just watching like episode 4 with like the new like CG they added. Well, it kind of pissed me off a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it did. It wasn't that good. I'm like,
No, I know. Did you like episode 5's CG that they added?
I haven't watched episode
Oh, you
5
haven't?
yet.
Okay.
I watched 4.
I kind of did. I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, but I think 4 they like added like some stormtroopers. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, they
did. It took out of it because it looked different. And I think they redid Jabba the Hutt when he was talking to Han around the Millennium Falcon like that. When I saw that, I'm like, oh, I don't want to watch this. Don't worry, it ruined it for me. It ruined it. I'm like, oh god. And I was watching with my girlfriend who never saw Star Wars, so I'm showing her this so she could know what the fuck's going on. And she's like, I don't see a big deal. Like, but you haven't seen the originals. This fucking sucks so much.
Yeah, she has no context. That's not her
Exactly.
fault. She just has no
Yeah,
context.
I'm pretty sure once I showed it because it sticks out very much. Like if it's like a subtle, CG, I'm like, okay, whatever. But it's like this doesn't look right. It just doesn't compare to in 1970 when they did it. They yeah. But after that, I don't know if you've seen this before. Well, this will be our last thing we talk about, and then we'll call it a podcast and celebrate.
We'll call it a podcast. I believe it already is a podcast.
We'll call it. We'll say this is done, and hopefully we do another one
And shit it out.
Shit it out, basically. Yeah. The podcast is already shit, so it doesn't matter. But
It really is.
as you could tell. But Carrie Fisher, who plays Princess Leia, did an interview for Good Morning America. Did you see it?
No, I did not. What happened?
Oh my god.
What happened?
Oh my goodness. It was a top moment of not giving a shit. She did not give a shit at all. Put it this way, it was like some blonde lady, I don't know who it was, interviewing her. And she was there, but I guess she brought her dog, and she had like a French bulldog that his tongue was hanging out the entire time.
Yeah.
So it's basically, you see a dog and his tongue's hanging out.
Oh yeah.
I have to put a link to it because it's absolutely beautiful. It's like, I think the title is like Carrie Fisher doesn't give a fuck during an interview, and she's just basically complimenting her. Is like, oh, I know, some people are old, and I know you don't.
Some people are old.
And, like you have to watch it. I
would have never guessed this. Some people are old.
No, if you watch this, you'd be like, okay, this is fucking hilarious. I'll make sure to put a link somewhere wherever you're watching this.
Okay.
So you watch it, but it's like she doesn't give a fuck at all. It's the
Hey man, why should she? She's about to be in the biggest movie ever.
oh, yeah. No, I'll show it to you after, and then you can laugh at it. But if you haven't checked it out, it's pretty hilarious. She honestly does not give a fuck.
That's good. That's the attitude you should have.
Exactly. But she no. Okay, so I know I mentioned the dog, but she's sitting right next to the dog on like one of those like director chairs.
Is this her dog?
I'm guessing it is.
Okay.
So the entire thing is just then the dog falls asleep at the end. I'm like, this is too crazy. So I think this does it for our first and hopefully not last podcast.
Our first and last podcast ever.
Last podcast, yes. We spent all this work doing like a preview podcast and.
I mean, it was a good experience. We did fine.
Yes.
But the friendship is over. The business is over. The
Fuck
YouTube channel
everything.
is over.
Our website's gonna be just a picture of a burrito.
Not even. It's not going to even be a website. That website will be released one day.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Probably not. Anywho,
We'll see.
let us close out with the song.
The song of that we're gonna come up right about now with.
We will. It's a song, but we don't sing in it. We will be back one day for our next episode, episode 2. Don't expect that ever, but expect it.
Wait. I think our next episode should be episode 5.
Expect episode 5 the week
/2.
after /2 the week after Star Wars.
Yes, the Monday following Star Wars, hopefully.
Correct, because work will be a little slower. No school. Less traffic.
Wait. I think we should release the spoiler cast before we see Star Wars. Like you get me? Like we're gonna announce it when we release episode 2.
We already saw the movie.
No, like you get me? Like because we were late with the podcast.
Correct.
So if we aim to release it before the movie comes out, we'll actually release it after the movie comes out.
Listen, I don't give a fuck anymore.
No, I don't give a shit either.
Episode 5 of this podcast will be released after the Star Wars movies. I'm not saying when, but after. But hopefully, it'll be the first week after Star Wars.
The Monday after.
I could guarantee you 70% it will be.
I guarantee before next year, before 2017, it'll be released.
Next
Hopefully.
year's 2016.
Yes, that's the same thing. Next year.
Okay. That is a guarantee.
So we have a year to make our spoiler cast for a movie. I think we could do it.
This is going terrific.
Yes, as you could tell. Now we're just babbling on. So
let's end this right now. Thank you for listening. We're trying our best. We're going to get better. Give us feedback. We're going to get more better. Give us feedback. Tell us what you'd like to hear. Tell us what we did wrong. Tell us what we did great. And we'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.
take care, everybody.
Oh!
Remember, like, subscribe, and all the nonsense. Bye-bye.